It's Friday night, and you know what that means. On this hour edition of Wrestling on TNT, Danielson scolds Daniel Garcia like a dad scolding a child, and Sonny Kiss the Concrete Rose turns heel. And more stuff occurred. I'm John Renton with my review of AEW Rampage. JR and Excalibur on commentary, Shivani conducting interviews. Speaking of Shivani, he's in the ring, and Bryan Danielson comes out to address his future. He says that he doesn't know how much longer he's going to keep wrestling, but he's going to keep going pedal to the floor. He's not going to leave wrestling willfully. Bit haunting given the numerous injuries he's fought through, but he seems motivated, extra motivated, and he really does seem happy. He's been putting out some of his best work on the mic and in the ring. I'm glad he recovered after that bullshit and anarchy in the arena, and his head seems right. He seems, just absolutely ready to do his best, whether it's with young talent, veteran talent, doesn't fucking matter. He wants to get as much packed in at this point because I really think that by 2024, he will leave wrestling because he's a father and he wants to spend more time with his wife and children. So, Garcia does show up and starts cutting a promo about how, that Danielson's his hero, but he would wrestle and then he would retire. He would wrestle and he would retire. He would hurt Garcia every time he did that. So now Garcia wants to hurt him. But then Danielson fires back saying he hates the sports entertainment bullshit. Yes, we get it. We fucking get it. It's meta commentary. It's so fucking meta. And he says, do you want to be the best technical sports entertainer, like Chris Jericho is saying that you are, or do you want to be the man that I saw at 21 years old go 60 minutes in front of 250 people? Which one do you want to be? 2 out of 3 falls on Dynamite. Danielson's got to win, but it should be good. It should be good. Hopefully, it's a bit better than their main event on previous Dynamite, which wasn't bad, but I think was laid out a little bit weird. So this took up the first few minutes of the show and actually was one of the highlights of the show. And what wasn't one of the highlights is next. Sammy and Ty, the recently married couple, I give it a year before they find other people, and which one's going to cheat on the other? Place your bets. They took on Dante Martin and Sky Blue, who apparently are also dating. Good for them. AAA Mixed Tag Team Championship match. Cool. Whatever. Dante has hops. Sky Blue certainly tries. She's not bad. I have given up on caring about Ty or Sammy, and just how they're presented on TV, I don't really fucking care. Flip-flop, Ty has completely fallen off the map as far as like anybody that I want to see in the ring. We get a melee. Ty and Sky attack their the respective guys, and then a Ty KO on Sky Blue 1, 2, 3. And then the Lucha Bros talk about the Trios Tag Title Tournament. Penta says, and then Parker Bordeaux, whatever. The guy that was given a really, really shit gimmick in NXT 2.0. At least he has his hair grown out and he's able to do some more shit. Him and Ari Daivari and Slim J, who apparently is somebody that worked in Ring of Honor for a bit, and thank you very much to whoever pointed that out. I forgot to write your name down, but thank you very much. They've been working as the Trust Busters on Dark and Dark Elevation. Now, it's fine. They're trying to put storylines on Dark and Dark Elevation. I still don't have time to review those because, quite frankly, it got to the point where I was looking for one little nugget and a bunch of just sea of squash matches. So, Sonny Kiss is back on TV for the first time in nearly 2 years and got beat really, really quickly. And they've been trying to get Sonny to be part of the group. More on that later. There was some kind of backdrop driver, whatever the fuck it was. 1, 2, 3, Parker gets the victory. Backstage for Private Party, Butcher and Blade, Andrade, El Olio, and Roosh. Private Party, you need to win the tag titles. That was essentially it. And they're still saying that Andrade has them under his control. Can we just drop that, please? It's really fucking stupid. Gun Club with Billy took on Danhausen and Eric Redbeard. Beardhausen. And later, this is how they bring back the former Eric Rowan. You gotta be kidding me. And Danhausen got pinned with the Famouser. That's all I gotta say about that. Billy berates his kids, says he misses the Acclaimed. They need to toughen up, so they have a match next week. That was a lot of time that they spent on a match that really didn't deserve that much time. Swerve in Our Glory talk about facing Private Party. Lee talks about how he took out both members of Private Party in his debut. That was actually a pretty cool debut. And then we hear from Hook. Well, we hear one word. And then Zach Clayton, he shows up. I was impressed with some of the stuff he did on Dark and Dark Elevation. He has good size, has good ability, has good fire, and he wants to face Hook at some point. I assume next week maybe watch them have it, bump it up to Dynamite. I know it's going to be a match on next week's Rampage, I assume. Ari Daivari with the Trustbusters, Parker and Slim J taking on Orange Cassidy with the Best Friends. First, Daivari says, lay down and I'll pin you and then you can join my team. And then Orange Cassidy does the usual shit, and then the usual shit happens. And I like Daivari, but I'm sick of the Orange Cassidy gimmick. And then we get a melee and Orange punch, 1, 2, 3. Okay. I know both these trios are in the tournament, but why book this before they have their match in the tournament? I mean, I don't know. Whatever. Aftermath, Sonny shows up and then kicks Orange Cassidy in the balls. That's your heel turn. If it gets Sonny on TV and they actually try to run with this Trustbusters quartet, fine. Bit weird they would turn Sonny heel, but oh well. I mean, on TV in 2 segments, can't fault them. I mean, maybe they could have featured Sonny a little bit more before this, since they touted signing them as such a big deal. But I guess better late than never. Anyway, agree, disagree what I said, like, share, subscribe, Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Ritland. I'll see you soon.